Satnam, welcome. So today we're doing our Kundalini practice, part 1, in flexibility as a pillar of resilience. And today I'd like you to just visualize a high-rise building. Think of one of these towers in New York or one of these big cities, a really tall concrete building. And one of the most important tenets of a very tall high-rise building is flexibility. Because if there isn't flexibility in the building, if it's too rigid, it becomes very vulnerable. And so we'll put steel, which is very strong, into the building in order to make it more flexible. And this is something that we as humans need to remember for ourselves as well. When we become very rigid, life becomes much more challenging. So I want to share a very quick little story with you. Yesterday in our Hatha class, my mom joined, and of course we were talking about flexibility. And then a little bit later in the day, I was chatting to my mom on the phone, and my son came in and he asked for his screen time, and I'm very strict with screen time. And I said, no, now's not the time for screen time. And of course, mom's on the other end of the phone saying, but Denise, what about being more flexible? Nothing like a mom to pull you back down and remind you of the lessons that you're teaching. And it occurred to me in that moment that there are practice flexibility in so many aspects of my life. There are certain places where I'm so rigid. And this is one of them, where for my son and I, we have these constant battles over screen time, and I'm constantly so rigid within that framework. And it was such a beautiful lesson for me in that moment to remember that my flexibility needs to extend even to the areas where I believe really strongly that I'm absolutely right. Because in holding on to that belief so strongly, I create friction for myself. And I think if we all look at our lives, we recognize that there are certain places where we can be flexible, but there are also certain places where it's really difficult for us to be flexible. And that's really what we have to start to work on. We have to start to understand that our flexibility needs to extend into all areas. But flexibility also requires strength. And so we have to work on building that strength in order to practice flexibility. So as we practice today, it would be really lovely if you could hold in your awareness maybe those areas where you believe so strongly that you're absolutely right. For me, it's screen time is bad. And I'm completely rigid and inflexible. And I recognize that it's something I have to be softer with. And maybe for yourself, just start trying to understand where it is in your life that you are so rigid and you need to be just a little bit more softer and more flexible. So that like the very tall high-rise building, we're able to withstand what is thrown at us rather than becoming old and creaky and cracking in all the wrong places. So let's bring our hands together and come to the heart center. Take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands to your knees. And let's start with some spinal flexors. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Gently warming up the spine. Keeping your neck in line with your spine, your breath in rhythm with your movement. Soften your jaw, relax your face. Resilience doesn't mean that we have no challenges. It simply means that we have support within ourselves to recover effortlessly from these challenges. Resilience doesn't mean that we never feel discomfort or pain. It simply means that we deal with it effectively. And come to center and move to Sufi grind, massaging your internal organs, increasing the flexibility of your spine. Beautiful. And it's very easy to experience rigidness in the spine. Particularly as we go older, the spine becomes less flexible. Change direction. And think about what happens to many of us as we age with our minds. It's very easy to become very rigid in our thinking, in our behaviors, not open to new ideas and possibilities. Very limiting. And the effect that that has on our lives. And back to center. Drop your chin to your chest and move to neck rolls. Again, just using my own example with the screen time. And it's not something that I experienced as a child, and so my thinking was very limited and rigid. Very difficult to break out of that pattern, and very easy to find evidence to support my beliefs, of course, change direction. And that's really true of wherever we become inflexible. It becomes very easy for us to find evidence to support why we're so rigid and why it's necessary for us to remain inflexible on that thought or idea. And so we become stuck in this need to be right all the time. And back to center. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Pull your right shoulder down towards the floor. And change sides. And really, is there anything more damaging than the need to be right? And just keep moving at your own pace. This need to always justify our inflexibility. And back to center. Drop your chin to your chest. And inhale all the way back. Exhale down. Flexibility means that sometimes something we believe in very strongly will be compromised. And that can be really, really scary. And back to center. Bring your hands onto your shoulders, fingers forwards, thumbs backwards, elbows lifted. Inhale left, exhale right. Get into a really nice rhythm so that this movement almost becomes effortless. It's as if your body's just moving completely on its own. Beautiful. moving with your breath. Lovely, keep going. Stay with your breath. And come to center. Reach your arms up, deep breath in. And bring the arms as if you're going to clap them, and exhale down. Nice strong movement. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Sweeping through your magnetic field. Beautiful. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, come down. Beautiful. Now we're going to lie on our back and just do some leg raises. So hands at your sides. Inhale, raise your right leg up. And exhale down. Left leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, right. And just keep going. Alternating legs. Make sure your belly is nice and strong. Your lower back pressed into the mat. Very nice. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then bring your right leg up to center and grab hold of your right leg on the calf or the thigh. Make sure your left leg is completely relaxed. And use your hands, your arms to gently ease that foot towards the floor behind you. Use your exhale to intensify the stretch. Beautiful. Now on your next inhalation, you can lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Hold even higher up your leg. Tuck your elbows in towards your knee and ease the foot back. Really focus on keeping your knee straight, using your breath. And lower your head and shoulders. Grab hold of your big toe. Take your left arm onto the mat. Keep your left hip on the floor. And take your right foot down towards the floor on the right. Gaze over your left shoulder. Soften and relax. Use your exhale. Back to center. Hug your knee to your chest. And release. Left leg comes up, grab hold of your left leg and ease your foot down towards the floor behind you. Breathing into it. Use your exhale. Make sure your right leg is completely relaxed. And then on your next inhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, hold higher up your leg. Beautiful. Knee is nice and straight. And ease that foot back towards the floor behind you. Using the exhale, elbows in. That's it. And then lower your head and shoulders, grab hold of your big toe. Take your right arm down to the mat, open to the left. Look over your right shoulder now. Make sure the right hip is on the mat. You don't want your hip twisting. You want it nicely on the mat. Beautiful. Breathe into it. Back to center. Hug your knee to your chest. Hug both knees to your chest. Rock gently from side to side. And then roll all the way up and over. And come to a seated position with your legs out in front of you. Beautiful. So roll forward so that you're on your sitting bones. And the first exercise in today's Kriya, if you can, grab hold of your big toes. Now, if you are holding your big toes, you want your thumb pushing into the nail and your middle and index finger pressing behind the big toe. This creates a pressure on the point for the pituitary gland. So by holding and pressing there, we're stimulating the pituitary gland, and the movement is inhale at the top and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Of course, if you can't reach your toes, just rest your hands wherever you can and inhale up and exhale down. And let's go. Beautiful. Nice strong movement. Use your breath. Try and keep your spine straight. That's it. If you are holding your toes, make sure you're applying a pressure on that point. And if you aren't holding your toes, that's absolutely fine. Remember, be gentle with yourself. We're building up strength. We're building up flexibility. Flexibility in body and particularly in mind do not come easily to us. It feels much safer to be rigid, to be safe, to be in that space of familiarity, whether in body or mind, but particularly when it comes to the mind, to our beliefs, to our habits, to our old patterns. It's really comforting to stay in the same place, doing the same things, and finding evidence to support why we're doing that. And so we have to work really, really hard to break out of those patterns of familiarity. And this is where we practice, right here on the mat, where maybe your body doesn't feel as flexible as you would like it to. But you persist, you find a way. Beautiful. Inhale up, exhale down, keeping your spine beautiful and straight. Just 10 more seconds, we're so close now. And inhale, come up with a straight spine. Take a long, deep breath in. Squeeze more bone, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, and visualize the breath as a beautiful, healing white light. And experience that white light as it moves through your body. Every single cell alive with this healing energy. Take more breath in, hold it, lift and squeeze. And exhale, release, come to stillness. Feel what you're feeling. Create space for the magic. Beautiful. And then you can bring your legs together. Remove the flesh from underneath your sitting bones. Reach all the way up and stretch forwards. Grab hold where you can on your ankles, on your thighs. Wherever you can reach is absolutely fine. And we're just going to inhale up and exhale down, keeping the neck in line with the spine and the spine as straight as possible. Now, this is a really great posture for flexibility. Many people find this forward bend quite challenging. And often when you're moving from a hatha practice to a Kundalini practice, you're amazed at how much your flexibility improves. And this posture really is just the key to that, in my opinion. Inhale up, exhale down. With each exhale, find your chest just coming a tiny bit closer towards your thighs. Keep your breath constant. Keep your breath strong. Beautiful. Keep going. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 1% closer to your thighs on each exhalation, and just keep going. Strong breath, powerful movement. You're doing really, really well. We've only got less than 30 seconds, so really put all of your energy and effort into this beautiful movement. And inhale, come up. Take a long, deep breath in. Squeeze more bund. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles. Visualize the breath as a beautiful, healing white light. And experience that white light as it circulates through every single cell of your body. Take more breath in, hold it, lift and squeeze. And exhale, come to stillness and just feel what's happening in your body. Experience the subtle, refined movements within the stillness. Beautiful. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Now your fingertips can point either forwards or backwards. It's entirely up to you. See what feels more comfortable. You're going to lift your chest up and you're going to drop your head all the way back. Now we're working here with the throat chakra, Vishuddha, your ability to speak your truth, to live your truth. So let your head fall all the way back as you begin a really strong breath of fire. And let's go. Now remember, with breath of fire, you're inhaling, the belly expands, and as you're exhaling, you're forcing the belly in towards the spine and pushing the breath out through the nose. So you want to feel that movement of belly. You want to feel the discomfort in your throat. Remember, this is one of the most vulnerable positions we can put ourselves in. The chest exposed, the throat exposed. Beautiful. Make your breath even stronger, even more powerful. That's it. Keep going. Head back, chest up. Beaming from the third eye up towards the ceiling. Lift the chest, drop the head back. Throat is exposed. Powerful, powerful breathing. Keep going. Beautiful. We're almost there. Let your head fall back. Surrender even more. Lift the chest up even higher. Last 10 seconds. Put everything you've got into it. Lift your chest. Drop your head. Strong breath of fire. And very gently release. Come back to center. I just want you to sit here in absolute stillness for a moment. Maybe you feel a little bit lightheaded. Maybe you feel a little bit exposed and vulnerable. Just see what that feels like. To consciously take your space, yourself into that space of vulnerability. Beautiful. And then you can hug your knees into your chest and roll all the way back and all the way up, massaging your spine. We know this is such a powerful posture. It feels so wonderful, especially now that we can't go for massages. We have to look after ourselves. And this is a really lovely way to just massage through the spine, the kidneys. As you come down, put your feet all the way down onto the mat, so that your feet are also getting a little bit of attention. Use your feet to create pressure to push back and up again. Very nice. Just keep flowing. Pushing your feet on the mat, getting all of those pressure points in the feet stimulated. Last 20 seconds. And rolling up. Hug your arms around your knees. Give yourself a really tight embrace. Hold yourself strongly and tightly. Take a long, deep breath in. Feel yourself held in this embrace. Squeeze more band, lift the pelvic floor and the anal muscles. Hold yourself even tighter. And exhale, release and roll over onto your belly. Make a pillow with your hands, bring your big toes together, let your heels flop out to the sides, and rest your forehead on the mat. Soften, relax, surrender. Know that this is where your healing is happening in these moments between. Experience the stillness. Experience the breath. Beautiful. Then you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. So we're going to do Cobra Bhujangasana, coming up with straight elbows and then dropping your forehead down onto the mat. Now, if you can't straighten your elbows all the way up, maybe you want to take your hands to the corners of your mat and come halfway up and bring your forehead down to the mat. Or maybe you're on your elbows in Sphinx pose and dropping your head down and lifting up. Remember, we need to be flexible in how we approach the postures. Sometimes we can approach them in the full expression of the posture, and other times we have to be flexible in how we do them. And let's begin. Inhaling up and exhaling, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Make sure your legs are relaxed, your buttocks are relaxed. Lift your heart, lift your chest, and then bow down. And I want you to do this movement with absolute reverence. Feel the divinity within yourself as you inhale, lifting up, and exhale, dropping down. Bowing down to all the wisdom of the universe, bowing down to the teacher within you, to that part of you that is so flexible and open to all that is, to all the possibilities. Bowing to the part of you that is rigid, but open to flexibility. And see if you can just crack that rigid part of you open a tiny little bit, with gratitude for how it has helped you to fight for what you believed in, for gratitude for how the rigidity has supported you, but with awareness that you're ready to let go and be more flexible, more open to possibility. Beautiful. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep going. Moving with reverence, moving with gratitude as you let go and release. And push up and back. Sit back on your heels, take your knees apart, let your forehead rest down to the mat as you stretch your arms forwards. Allow your hips to sink back onto your heels, your shoulders to soften, your head and neck to relax down to the floor completely. Feel what you're feeling. Be all there, completely present. And very gently, when you're ready, rolling up. Beautiful. And you can come to a comfortable cross-legged posture. Now, ideally, you want to do the next movement in lotus pose with your feet on top of your thighs. It's not possible for me to maintain it. So I'm going to do a half lotus. So maybe you can do a half lotus, maybe you can do full lotus, maybe you're just sitting cross-legged. Whatever is possible for you today, that's where you're going to be. We're going to do body drops. So remember, we've done quite a few body drops over the past few weeks. The purpose of body drops is to shift that which is stagnant within you. Now, if we can think of those stagnant areas of ourselves as the rigidity, that which we're holding onto, which no longer serves us, and creating space for flow and flexibility. So hands at your sides, you inhale, lift your whole body up, and exhale, drop down. Now remember, this is not glamorous. This is not the kind of exercise you do when you're wearing Spanx, because you want your whole body to shake. All the bits we normally try and keep together, we want them to wobble right now. And let's go. Inhale up and exhale down. All the wobbly bits that we normally try and keep in place. All of those. Beautiful. Just let them go. And this can be really uncomfortable, especially for us ladies. A whole lifetime of trying to keep the wobbly bits hidden. And now we want to just set them free. And just think of this shaking up as a liberation, not only for your poor body that's been held so tightly together, but also for your mind. What do people say when they want to change things? Let's shake things up. Well, we want change, we want flexibility. So let's shake things up. Have some fun. Maybe you can smile a little bit. Maybe you can laugh at yourself. Maybe you change your posture. What does your body need now to really just shake everything up? Beautiful. We're getting to that point now where we're tired and we want to stop. And remember, this is where the yoga starts. The yoga starts where we want to stop at that point where we say, enough, I can't do any more. That's when we start practicing yoga. So let's see if we can go even faster. There's only a few more seconds. Find a way. Keep going. Wobbling everything, shaking it all up, creating space for flow, for flexibility, for change. Whew, nearly there. And release. Wow. Just sit here. Feel how alive your body feels right now. What a joy. What a joy it is to be alive. To consciously create these experiences for ourselves. You can actually feel the flow of energy in your body right now. Breathe into that flow. Breathe into that awareness. And feel what you're feeling. Beautiful. So of course, class wouldn't be complete without some frogs. And our bodies are so ready now, they're already alive and vibrating with this beautiful energy. As we come to a squatting posture, remember with frogs, heels are off the mat, we're on the toes, hands are on the mat, we inhale, straighten the legs, drop the head down, and exhale, bend the knees, look up. We are only doing 1 minute, just 1 minute. So go as quickly and powerfully as you can. And let's go. Beautiful. Moving really quickly, moving with your breath, staying connected to the movement, to the breath. See if you can go 1% faster. When we do frogs for 1 minute, we really try and go as quickly as we can, but always maintaining the integrity of the movement. I would recommend that you don't speak during frogs, just say 15 seconds. Beautiful, even quicker. And release, come down. Take a long deep breath in. Squeeze more band, lift the pelvic floor. Lift the anal muscles. Circulate the energy. Take more breath in. And release. Lie down on your back. Take your feet mat distance apart. Relax in Shavasana. Body drops followed by frogs. Has your body ever felt this alive? So much vibrant, healing energy coursing through your cells. Flexibility makes buildings stronger, more durable. And so too does flexibility make us stronger, more able to easily and effortlessly deal with the challenges of life. In today's final exercise, remaining on your back, hands are at your sides, palms are facing upwards. Now, your legs can be together or mat distance apart, whatever feels right. But have them about 30 degrees angle from your body. We're going to inhale, take the arms over the head to the floor behind you, and exhale, bringing them back down. And we want this to be quite a fast, powerful movement in rhythm with your breath. And let's go. If the surface that you're on allows for it, really let your hands hit the floor as you bring them down onto the mat. So you feel that strong movement of the energy through your arms and your fingertips. Really slapping the mat. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Keep going. Nice, strong, powerful movement. Beautiful. Hitting the floor with your arms. And again, we're just shaking up everything that's stuck in the body, all of that stagnant energy that keeps us rigid, creating space for flexibility. And see if you can go a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, slamming even harder into the floor if it's possible for you. Beautiful. Such unfamiliar movements are so wonderful for creating the possibility of flexibility within. Less than 30 seconds. Strong, powerful movement. Keep going. Notice what's happening to your heart, to your breath. 10 seconds to go. And release. Come to Shavasana. Palms face up. Eyes closed. Taking note of your breath. And then take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation. Squeeze more bund. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the anal muscles. And circulate the energy all the way up your spine. Spiraling up towards your crown. And hold it there at the crown. Take another little sip of breath in. And exhale, release. Feel what you're feeling. And then you can hug your knees to your chest. Rock gently from side to side. And roll all the way up and over, coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Beautiful. You can rub your palms together. And as you rub your hands together, do so with reverence and awareness. Feel that beautiful connection between your hands. And then bring your hands to Namaste. The thumbs lightly touching. And draw the thumbs onto your forehead to your third eye point. Close your eyes. Roll them inwards and upwards towards the center of your forehead. Relax your shoulders. Keep your eyes actively rolled upwards. And then without actually moving your body, just with a subtle shift, lean your head into your thumbs so you can feel that pressure against your hands. Start breathing consciously and with awareness. And now I want you to start inhaling through your nose and sighing the breath out through your mouth with an audible whisper. Ah. Ah. Keep the whisper out of the mouth audible and keep lengthening that whisper out of the mouth so that the exhale through the open mouth is eventually twice as long as the inhale through the nose. Keep that subtle pressure of your forehead as it reaches into your hands. Breathing. Notice what happens to the sound of the exhale. Maybe it begins to change. Just be flexible with how it is released. Allow what needs to come out to come out. Trusting that your body knows exactly how it should sound, how it should feel. Staying conscious and lengthening the exhale. Keep lengthening the breath. The exhale is audible. And hear the exhale. Just a few more seconds. Stay present with it. And complete the round that you're on, and on your next inhale, reach your arms up. Stretch your fingers out. Take a long, deep breath in. Squeeze more bun, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, and visualize the breath as a beautiful healing white light, spiraling up your spine, reaching towards the crown of your head. Hold it there, lift and squeeze. Take more breath in and hold it. And then turn your palms to face outwards and exhale. slowly down, drawing your hands down through your magnetic field. Feel that field. And come to stillness. Feel the presence and awareness. And notice how easy it is to be still after we shake things up. Observe your breath, observe your thoughts. And when it feels right, you can lie down on your back or in whatever posture feels most comfortable for you for the final relaxation. You may want to cover yourself with a blanket. And you can give yourself permission to relax fully and completely. Knowing that it is here, in this space of deep relaxation, that we are healed. And as you relax feet, ankles, calves and knees, surrender completely. Relax thighs, relax hips, 6 organs and buttocks. Abdominal organs, relax, chest, relax, heart, lungs, relax, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms and wrists, relax, palm, thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky finger, relax, neck is relaxed, face, forehead, cheeks, and jaw, relax, ears, nose, and eyes, relax, tongue is relaxed, entire body so relaxed. There is no rigidity, There is no tension. There is flexibility and flow. Resilience, strength, and flexibility. Simply tapping into what I already have. Honoring and acknowledging what lies within me. My entire body softens, relaxes, surrenders easily and effortlessly to all that is. And there is peace within, peace around, and peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start to bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest. Very gently rubbing your thumb across your fingertips, moving your toes. And you can hug your knees to your chest and drop your knees to the right as you look over your left shoulder and change sides. Come back to center and rub the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands together. And then rocking all the way up and coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Bring your hands together, come to your heart center. May the long-time sun shine upon us, all love surround us, and the pure light within guide our way on. Nam. 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 Satnam. Satnam. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.